Hi, and thanks for coming to watch this video from Carolina Varsity. Now we're going to take a pretty big Southwestern 4A matchup between East Mecklenburg going over to Indian Trail to play Porter Ridge.
Yeah, and both of these teams are in the middle of the best of last, and like you said, it's a huge game for these guys in terms of playoffs. They're both sitting at 5 wins on the year, so getting to win number 6 is pretty much going to secure that playoff spot. You look at it on paper, East Meck definitely run first team. I've seen Porter Ridge recently against Myers Park. Porter Ridge, they are I don't even know how I want to say this. They're a team that's playing very well in their system. As long as they stay within themselves and don't become something they're not. And on offense, that means they have to be balanced. Right. They got to stay ahead of the chains. They can't get in third and long situations because they struggle. Defensively, they got to tackle well in space. I think that's the big key when you're facing East Meck and Kamal Howard and those other backs that they have.
Right.
You can't, have him breaking tackles and getting big runs. And, you got to keep East Meck at 3 and 4 yards in a cloud of dust. If you give them big plays, then, they're able to chew up the clock and control the game that way, which is what they want to do. Porter Ridge is going to have to hit some big plays in the passing game, I believe. They ran a nice trick play against Myers Park. They didn't convert on it. The guy fell down on a reverse pass. But I think this is a game where you pull some of that stuff out. You run it off your base action, and they had a nice setup on it. But those are the things you got to look out for this time of year. Your onside kicks, stuff that you've worked on all year long, and you get into a game like this, and you got two well-coached teams here, two very smart coaching staffs. You're gonna have to try and pull something out that they haven't seen just yet. But it's at Porter Ridge, so I expect a good crowd and hopefully what's going to be a playoff type atmosphere.
I think it will be. Both teams, according to the report this week, should already be in the playoffs. Another win, there's no should about it. That'll put you solidly in, but also it improves your seeding. So I think the next couple of weeks for both teams are very important for seeding purposes within the system as well. Because the lower you are in that seeding, you're going to be playing those tougher teams.
Right.
So you kind of want to try to avoid them. This is I think a real important ball game at East Mecklenburg, trying to get back on track after losing their quarterback for a few weeks. And I like what you said about Porter Ridge and playing. They play within their system well, and that's really the key about Porter Ridge is they're not going to overwhelm you with a whole lot of athletes, and you're not going to see a lot of athletic there are some good players on the team, but
yes,
what you're going to see are kids that are performing, executing within the system. So they're kind of becoming more solid on the techniques that they use and the schemes that they're running. It's kind of one of those things. They know where they're supposed to be on the field, and they know where they're supposed to go.
Right.
So they know both offensively and defensively, and those are tough teams to beat. When kids know what they're doing and they execute, that's the biggest part. Then the athletic part takes over, but that makes it hard to beat even those type teams. So I think Porter Ridge is a team that has gotten better at that as the season has worn on. They're kind of buying into Coach Hurts, and those coaches are doing a great job over there. So I think it's going to be a big ball game. I would expect there to be a nice crowd. East Mecklenburg people, you should enjoy it. It's a great environment, great stadium. Just a all-around fantastic place to go for a high school football game.
It's on my short list.
Yep, mine too. So, hey, we both might be there. If we do, Boneyard, we want something good to eat. All right. Those of you that may be going, tell us what you think about the game coming up, and then we certainly want to hear about it afterwards. Thanks for watching.